everyone, I am Lynn, and today we're going to discuss the life cycle of souls. So this was a really interesting question sent to me, and we'll see what you think as well. So let me get to the question. It says, hello Lynn, I have a question about the life cycle of souls. So baby souls are born or spun off from a higher creator, then nurtured in soul nurseries until they're ready for incarnation or some other job in the spirit world, per Michael Newton. And I think a lot of you have heard of his work. He has authored a few books, and it goes into more detail about this. The question goes on to say, then they grow into dimensions and develop their vibration and complexity of their experience, discovering their individuality. Eventually, they realize that they are one with Source and return to unity, losing their individuality but gaining the infinite knowledge and omnipresence of the Creator. Does this sound correct? So they want to know, their question, has any soul completed the cycle, being born and then returning and fully re-emerging with Source? Has everyone ever finished the game? And it does kind of feel like that, right? You keep incarnating and leveling up, so to speak, until you reach that all-knowing and then reunite back with Source. So this does resonate with me. This feels so on point with how I visualize the cycle of souls being created and the evolution of souls. And I do see that they're born from Source. I also get that they can be split off of an evolved soul. So it just really depends on the scenario. They stay in the spirit plane until they're ready to incarnate. As these newer souls grow and evolve, the goal is to continue growth through experience until infinite knowledge is gained, and then they align and return back to Source. So the real root of this question, has this ever fully been realized? Has a soul ever fully completed that all-knowing experience and been reunited? And I get that infinite knowledge continues to grow. As we move forward, it's always growing. And aside from Source, no being can truly know all from all perceptions. You may have a view, you may have an understanding, but I get to reach full understanding. It looks to be incredibly difficult. There is truth that is only known by God or Source or the higher power, whatever you refer to this being as, but all else is a perception of truth based on experience. It's not actually truth. And think about it, when you relay a story, you're relaying it from your perception, your experience, your maybe even some personal bias. Granted, when you evolve into spirit, you may not have that ego tethered to you, you may not have the bias, but you have your experience moving forward. So to really fully understand from all variations and angles, again, it's very difficult. And for this reason, it's near impossible to become all-knowing with infinite knowledge. Therefore, returning back with this infinite knowledge looks to be an incredible challenge. So no, I don't see that it is a common thing that occurs. I feel like maybe it has happened. To say that it's never happened would be an extreme generalization or an extreme answer or response, but it is very, very difficult. And in the end, I realize this feels like a pretty straightforward response to a very complex question. So I look forward to your questions below and your comments and maybe your thoughts on this topic. So I will leave you with that to sit and ponder. Again, great question. Very, very mind expanding and very thought provoking question. So thanks again. And I will leave you with that. I will see you in my next video, and I appreciate you listening. Take care. Again, I'm Lynn with Psychic Focus at psychicfocus.blogspot.com. Bye.